How were African Americans disenfranchised after the end of Reconstruction? Have you ever wondered how a period of great hope turned into one of despair for African Americans? After the Civil War, during the Reconstruction era, African Americans experienced a surge in political rights. For the first time in United States history, they could vote, hold office, and engage in politics. The ratification of the 15th Amendment in 1870 was a significant milestone, prohibiting racial discrimination in voting. This led to the election of African American men to Congress and local offices, creating a brief period of biracial democracy in the South. However, everything changed with the end of Reconstruction in 1877. The withdrawal of federal troops from the South allowed white Southern leaders to quickly dismantle the political power and civil rights that African Americans had gained. They rewrote state constitutions and enacted laws aimed at excluding black individuals from voting and political participation. These laws included poll taxes, literacy tests, property requirements, and complicated registration procedures that disproportionately affected African American voters. But the legal barriers were not the only challenges. Extralegal violence and intimidation played a major role in disenfranchising African Americans. White supremacist groups, such as the Ku Klux Klan, employed terror tactics like lynching, beatings, and threats to prevent African Americans from voting or running for office. White mobs frequently attacked black communities, and these violent acts were rarely prosecuted, creating a climate of fear that stifled political participation. The United States Supreme Court also contributed to the disenfranchisement of African Americans. The court issued rulings that limited federal protections and upheld states' rights to enforce segregation and discriminatory practices. This judicial retreat allowed Southern states to implement Jim Crow laws, which established a system of racial segregation and disenfranchisement that persisted for decades. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many Southern states had effectively barred African Americans from voting. Despite the constitutional guarantees, the combination of legal restrictions, violence, and judicial decisions created a rigid racial hierarchy. This denied African Americans political power and civil rights for nearly a century after Reconstruction ended. In summary, African Americans faced disenfranchisement after Reconstruction through state laws imposing voting barriers, violent intimidation from white supremacist groups, judicial decisions limiting civil rights protections, and the establishment of Jim Crow segregation laws. These actions reversed the political progress made during Reconstruction and entrenched racial inequality well into the 20th century.